a sinner, I'm selfish, I'm broken.
You know where you are with.
And only thanks to Jesus' perfect sacrifice,
you know where you are with.
Coming and living a perfect life, that I get something I do not earn, but has been given to me, this free gift of eternal life.
Floor collapsing, falling.
On the surface, it looked like an open and shut case. But tonight, everything changes. Tyler Robinson wasn't just another name in a headline. He was a son, a friend, a young man described as gentle and dependable. The kind of person people turned to for help, not someone they feared. So why was he accused of a crime so violent, so devastating, that his entire life was defined by it? And now, with a new expert report just released, the central question has shifted. Was Tyler Robinson falsely accused all along? Before we dive in, pause and think about this. When evidence and narrative don't align, who benefits? If you're searching for truth, subscribe, comment the word truth, and share this story, because silence only protects lies. According to authorities, the night of the shooting was clear-cut. Tyler Robinson was reportedly at the scene. A single gunshot echoed. Witnesses claimed they saw him running. Police alleged Tyler acted out of anger. Prosecutors insisted the evidence pointed only to him. But even as these claims dominated the headlines, cracks appeared. The timeline was too tidy, the motive too vague, the pieces fit together almost too well. And if Tyler Robinson was truly guilty, why did so many details remain unanswered? The night was tense. A gathering turned chaotic. Voices rose, followed by silence, and then one sharp crack. The gunshot. People screamed, scattering into the dark. First responders arrived quickly, sealing off the scene. But what they found raised more questions than answers. Furniture overturned. A trail of footprints that didn't match Tyler's shoes. Surveillance cameras positioned perfectly, yet several minutes of footage were mysteriously missing. Chaos painted the walls. But the official story only described a straight line pointing to one man. To those who knew him, Tyler Robinson didn't fit the role of a killer. He had no history of violence. No record, no trail of grudges or enemies, and yet once his name surfaced, everything about him was weaponized. His quiet personality was labeled suspicious. His confusion under interrogation was portrayed as guilt. But who was Tyler Robinson, really? A young man allegedly at the wrong place at the wrong time? Or a convenient scapegoat in a story that needed a villain? This is where the case begins to unravel. The prosecution's narrative leaned heavily on ballistics. But the new expert report changes everything. According to this independent analysis, the trajectory of the bullet doesn't match where Tyler was standing. The wound pattern contradicts the state's timeline. The weapon allegedly tied to Tyler showed no fingerprints, his or anyone else's. And the most damning revelation? The autopsy suggested a different sequence of events than what was presented in court. If science doesn't line up with the story, how much of the story is real? Pause and think. If the evidence doesn't support conviction, why was Tyler Robinson still painted as guilty? Witness accounts should have been the backbone of the case. Instead, one neighbor admitted under cross-examination that the figure they saw in the dark didn't match Tyler's build. Another said the person fleeing wore a jacket Tyler never owned. Then there was the surveillance footage, critical minutes missing, deleted or withheld. The angles that survived showed shadows and shapes that didn't fit the prosecution's description. So the question remains, if not Tyler, then who? The courtroom became a stage. Prosecutors leaned on emotion, not science. Evidence was sealed, shielded from public view under vague claims of security. The defense pushed back, but every revelation was met with resistance. And in the silence of that battle, a darker possibility emerged. What if Tyler wasn't the only one at risk? What if others were involved? And the easiest option was to pin it all on him. In court, justice wasn't just on trial. Truth itself was. Cases like Tyler's don't exist in isolation. They ripple outward. They erode public trust in the very institutions meant to protect us. They silence families desperate for answers. They show how quickly narratives can be constructed, and how long it takes to dismantle them. And as this expert's report makes clear, Tyler Robinson's story is not just about one night. It's about power, silence, and the devastating cost of getting it wrong. Tyler Robinson was more than a suspect. He was a son, a friend, a young man whose future was rewritten by accusation. The new report leaves us with haunting questions. If the evidence doesn't match the story, why was it buried? Who benefits from silence? And if Tyler Robinson didn't pull the trigger, who did? We may never have all the answers. But one thing is certain, truth demands our voice. Subscribe, share the story, and comment one word, truth. Because if the evidence doesn't match the story, who does the story protect?